Welcome to the Rockstar Recap event. Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm your business with balance coach, and I work with entrepreneurs who coach or teach and are looking to get a consistent client finding flow. And that's what we're going to talk about today in a way that really lets you personalize your prioritize your personal life and really keep things the way that you want. So today we are going to do the Rockstar Recap event. We did this about a week and a half ago, and it was such an amazing event. And what I want to do is kind of recap the highlights of it for you today so that you can walk away with exactly how to get a consistent client finding flow, ideally moving to a six-figure and beyond client finding flow. And so this is for rock star coaches. And what does it mean to be a rock star coach? Well, it means that you believe you have something special. You know you've got something that can change lives. You're willing to claim your rock star status and show up loud and proud for your audience because you want to make a difference for people. And it means that you're willing to do the work behind the scenes to attract, connect, create, offer, and perform an amazing show for your prospects and loyal fans, AKA your clients, so that they can get what they need. You know that you have something to share that is good, that can change lives, that can make a positive difference. And so, what we're going to talk about today is that rockstar client finding is not just about finding a continual flow of leads. I think we all know that. We've all been there where we have a ton of leads, but then they don't necessarily convert the way that we want, or we lose contact with people. It's about rockstar client finding is about having systems in place that take those leads from stranger to long-term dream client once you find them. So it is not just about finding the leads, it's about making sure that we have the systems to help them move along the path of becoming I'm just making sure I can see us on the screen there, that we have everything that it takes to take them from the place when they are a stranger to becoming a long-term dream client. Well, where did this all come from? Let me come back so we can be together here. And hi again. Hello, hello. All right. So first of all, let's kick this off. If you're here, say hi. If you give me a hashtag live, give me a hashtag replay. And if you are part of our Breakthrough with Balance Academy, I would love you to put balance or pillars or academy in put hashtag balance, hashtag pillars, or hashtag academy based on what program you are a part of. So do you know that you are one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure with business, the six-figure business with balance that you want? You are one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure business with balance you want. I remember, oh, this one makes me shudder every time I think back to this. I was sitting in my office one day, and it was at the end of the day, and the sun was kind of streaming in. And it was that time where if you stare at your computer too long, you suddenly look up and it's really dark out. So it was that end of the day time, and I was staring at my computer. I was staring at the numbers in my business bank account, and I was breathing these big sighs because the number on the screen was not what I wanted it to be. I was getting close to the end of a month, and again, I was looking at, like, how did this happen? How am I here again? And I was at the time running a very successful business. I was leading, I was coaching, was speaking all over the place, but I was on a roller coaster, a six-figure roller coaster, meaning sometimes I would have great months that I'd be celebrating and, oh my gosh, I've got it. This is amazing. And then suddenly, like this day, I was staring at my bank account going, how am I having a lousy month again? And behind the scenes, it was this frustration. But the hard part was that I was in a place I was leading people. They were looking to me. They were following me. They were respecting what I was doing. And yes, I was at quite a high level. But whenever this happened, whenever I had these dips in my roller coaster, I almost felt embarrassed. I felt like, oh gosh, I hope nobody finds out. And it was just like this sinking feeling of I had had a lousy month again. And it had felt like I'd been up and down in my business for ages. And, a lot of people would be grateful for the roller coaster that I was on because it was a six-figure roller coaster, but I was so tired of it. I just wanted consistency. I felt embarrassed inside every time it happened, but I was still proud of what I'd accomplished, and I was frustrated. But I knew that coaching was what I was meant to be doing, but I was getting tired. I knew I wasn't going to give up, but I was getting tired. And so I was still staring at this bank account number, and I heard the front door open and my husband come in and say, "Hello." So I walked out of my office and said hi to him, and we chatted for a little bit. I asked him how his day was. And then I said, I've got some work to do. I'm going to go back in my office. And I hadn't told him what I was doing and where I was feeling, but I walked back in, sat down, closed at the door to my office, and then sat down, took a glance at that number again that was in that business bank account, took a huge sigh, and then I reached for a notebook and pen. I had decided that this time I wasn't just going to fix this month and figure out how to pull out this month, but that I was going to figure out what was causing my roller coaster results, what was causing this up and down of my six-figure roller coaster. So I started diagnosing 15 years of the six-figure roller coaster that I'd been living, and looked at how I'd found the majority of my clients, where did it come from, where was it not coming from, when were the dips, what was happening. And luckily I'd kept a really good records through things. And honestly, what I thought was going to happen is I thought my dips were going to correlate with how busy my kids' schedule were. We have dance and track and basketball and soccer and student council and baseball, and my kids are really involved, and I like to be there for everything. Or I thought it would correlate with my travel schedule, visiting my family in Canada. I live in San Diego, or taking the kids on vacations, or speaking at conferences when I was traveling for those, or if I was attending retreats. I thought it would correlate with that. Or I thought that it would correlate with the intensity of the volunteer jobs that I held in the community. I was in the Parent Teacher Association, president of basketball at some points, and like coaching sports teams and helping the classroom and just doing all these different things. And I thought it would correlate with that, but that wasn't it either. It took me a bit to figure it out, but what I found was way more exciting. And that was when I was like, oh my gosh, I can fix this. I can fix this. And I found myself sitting up a little straighter, and I found myself feeling really energized. And my mind was racing with the possibilities of what this could mean for me and for the people that I was coaching. So I turned off my computer, and I ripped a piece of paper out of my notebook, and I wrote down the words complete and personalized path. And I remember underlining the word complete so much, because what I had discovered was that the dips in my business was at a time that either one of two things was happening. One, I was taking shortcuts with prospects and I didn't have a complete path for them. Or two, I was using a strategy that didn't fit me or my life. So I like to sum it up in one beautiful phrase that changed my business and the rest of my life. And now it's changing the lives of hundreds of entrepreneurs who coach or teach as well. You are one personalized prospect path away from the consistent six-figure business with balance that you want. That was the difference. It wasn't about my lack of hustle. It wasn't about how busy I was. It wasn't that something was wrong with me or that I wasn't good enough. If you ever felt that, my six-figure roller coaster was the result of whether or not I had solid, simple, and complete system at all 5 stages of the client journey, and that they all matched me. They needed to fit me and my life. And if anything was out of place, if anything was missing, or that they weren't really well connected, or that it just didn't fit into my life and my calendar at the time, that's when my roller coaster would happen. So you are one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure business with balance you want. And ever since I've nailed this down, my business has continually grown. My clients are achieving levels of success they've never had before. And I've been able to hire a team of coaches to even help them. So our programs have become even stronger, richer, bigger, more amazing. You are one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure balance business with balance that you want. And so let's go back to the slides, because what I want to do is recap of this Rockstar event, the 3 components that really make up that six-figure business capability. So the phrase that I would love for you to write down is, you are one personalized prospect path away. You are one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure business with balance that you want. The six-figure business with balance that you want. So let's get into the 3 components. Hey, hello, Christy. See you coming on here. Yes, say hello as you guys come in. Drop a hi. We're going to dive in. We're going to recap this really quickly and make sure that you have the pieces that you need to be able to move forward so that you can get off the roller coaster like I was on and really start moving towards those rock star results that you want and really having a relaxed and easygoing time as you are able to coach and lead others. Okay, so the first one, we're going to start down in the bottom right here. The first thing that we absolutely have to have a six-figure client finding system is balance. And why that is so important is we need the simplicity. We need to have clarity on who we're serving, the people, and we need to have clarity on the problem we're doing. Because if we keep shifting and changing what we do based on who's in front of us, we end up becoming on this hamster wheel of shifting and changing and adjusting and trying to figure out how we can help the people in front of us. Where instead, if we come from a place of, I work with these people, I solve this problem, I'm an expert at this, it gives you simplicity in your world. That is part of it. Now, the second thing to getting balance in your world so that you can have a six-figure client finding system is we want to have sustainability, right? Something that can keep going over time. And that comes from our processes. Making sure that our processes are all inclusive. So if you're taking notes, just throw a circle down on here. And the key pieces here are all inclusive for your processes. So all inclusive meaning that your faith is planned in there. Your fitness is planned in there. Your family time is planned in there. Your fun time is planned in there. Your freedom, your all of the pieces, faith, family, friends, fun, free, like all of them. I like to use alliteration. That when you have that plan that includes every part of your life so that you can keep the flow going, you can have the sustainability and keep it going for long terms. Does that sound good? If you want sustainability, say yes, sustainability, like long term. You don't want to have to keep reinventing or changing. And then the third part of getting balance and feeling the ease that comes with your six-figure client finding system is the enjoyment factor. We only have so much energy for the willpower of things to push ourselves through, to like dig in. Yes, we want to be able to do that every so often, but willpower runs out. Willpower has limits. So we want to make sure that we have an enjoyment associated with our six-figure client finding system. And that comes from making sure that your planning is personalized for you and your life. It's planned around your strengths, your gifts, the things that you like to do, how it fits in with your world, how many kids you have. Do you have another job? Do you like to volunteer? Do you travel a lot? Do you have health issues? Do you have masses of energy? Do you like, what is it? So, if you would love to enjoy your day to day, because then you know it can be sustainable and you know that's going to bring simplicity, put personalized, type in personalized right now. Okay. And all of this comes from that what we do with our clients. One of the first stages that we do is we take them through a program called the Balance Project, meaning that they get to have an all inclusive, complete overview of how to progress not only in their life to make it flowing and smooth and simple, but that they have a business strategy that fits their world, that they can keep going, that's going to give them incredible results. So if you want balance, say yes, balance. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. That's what's going to give the ease as you create a six-figure client finding system. Yay. Thanks. I see the comments coming in. Yes, balance. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Moving to the second piece then. Three components of Rockstar results, or another way to put it, your six-figure client finding system is we want to have that personalized prospect path. So we talked about in the balance that you want your processes to be all inclusive. You want your planning to be there matching you and your life, but we also want to have a very personalized prospect path. Now, three things for this that you want to look out for is one, that you have a complete path. This is one of the pieces I was talking about when I first started chatting today about my history and where this came from. Is I was on the roller coaster. I was on the roller coaster, and on that roller coaster, it can get really, really challenging to be able to find people and then get them all the way to becoming a client if we're missing any pieces of the process path. Because what can happen if we're missing any pieces, we can get a load of new leads that then just nothing happens with. Or we get a load of new leads that we start out these great conversations, or we get them out these resources and things are going, and we're like, yes, it's moving. And then you invite them to an event and nobody shows up, right? Or you get a ton of people to an event and that's going great. And you get them that far along the prospect path, and then nothing happens from the event. Or you're sharing all your wonderful products and programs and what you do and how you can change lives, and you're telling people all about them and nobody buys, or very few do. Or you get people who are buying, but then they never renew. It's a one time and they're done. That that happens when the prospect path is either incomplete or it's not really well connected. So part of that personalized prospect path is having those, let me show you that slide again, that complete path, the 5 Fs. The 5 Fs. Now, some of you may have heard this before. Some of you, this may be new to you. If you need more detail, put 5 Fs, please, and I can send you a resource with that, the 5 Fs. But this is about having your fulfillment that gives you incredible results for you and your client. It makes you stand out from the crowd. It's an irresistible offer, and you can deliver it no matter what is happening in your life. That's the first one. The second one is your offering, where your sales grow continually from irresistible invitations. It covers every step of the psychological buying process. It creates trust and gratitude from the prospects, and it always leaves them asking you for more. So you're not having to drag and pull and convince, but they're saying, oh my gosh, could you tell me more? Can I get this? Do you have anything with this? And it creates, the way it's set up is that it gets them asking you. So that's the second one. The third one of the 5 is the feast. These are the events, the appointments, the calls. This is where they've got to be eye-opening presentations that showcase your expertise, but also strategically create the gap, the awareness of what's needed, of what's missing, of what they want to move forward on. And it gets them asking you how to proceed so that there's never anything feeling salesy at all. That's the third one, the offering piece. Then the fourth one is the feeding, where trust is built, awareness is built, connection is built. And this is where we've got to have, for a 6-figure client finding system, we've got to have multiple options to showcase you and your expertise, but in a way that's accessible to anyone and everyone everywhere without being in contact with you, that they can do at their own pace, on their own volition, on their own time, and be able to see if they want to spend time with you before being asked to spend time with you. And then it doesn't require a big time commitment because they're not sure that they are ready for that yet. So that is the fourth one, is your feeding. All right, who's got these 5 Fs? Let me know. If you need them, just say, hey, repeat please in the chat. And then finding, this is your stranger connections, where you get a consistent flow of fabulous new leads. It doesn't require much of your time or energy. You never have to wonder where your next client is coming from. And you can continually take those new leads that you meet all the way through to long-term dream client, because all of those 5 Fs are set up. So that is the first piece of that personalized prospect path. We need to have that ready to go. Okay, the second one is that we want to have predictability, right? For a personalized prospect path, First of all, before I move on, if you would like a little quiz to do an assessment of where you are in your 5 Fs, just type in quiz, please. Type in quiz, please, and I will get you the link for that. So having whipped through those 5 Fs, if you would like to personally assess your own things, just type quiz, please, and we will make sure that we get you the link to that quiz so you can self-assess and see where you're at with those 5 Fs. Okay. Now, the other piece about the personalized prospect path, you can see here on the slide, is the predictability. We want to make sure that we can predict how many people are moving forward, what's happening, because that gives you that client finding flow, right? Knowing what's going to happen, knowing where things are, knowing what's going to move forward. You want to have predictability in your business, right? So you can count on it. So you can be excited about what's happening as you start processes with people. And that comes from a really strong connection between the steps. So not only do we need to have these 5 Fs in place, but we need to have it set up in a way that it creates continual movement, connection between the steps, so that there's a flow to the movement of the prospects. And then you also, with your personalized prospect path, you want that flow. And that's where it comes from, that personalized structure, making sure that it is set up in a way that no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's happening in your world, you can move people from one step to the next. So that is the second bubble, we'll call them the second bubble of your six-figure client finding flow, having consistency, predictability, and flow through a complete path with the 5 Fs, strong connection between those steps, and a personalized structure that you can keep going no matter what's happening in your life, that you can keep rolling no matter what's going on. Yes. So, who wants a personalized prospect path? You can put hashtag PPP. I want the personalized prospect path. Drop that in if that sounds like something you want. And again, if you would like that quiz to see where your 5 pillars are, drop the pillar quiz, please, in the chat. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. We're going to get our third bubble here. Moving on, making sure that you have all the components to be able to create a six-figure client finding system. A system meaning it's going to flow, it's going to go. And that is exactly what bubble 3 is all about. Is once you have your simplicity, your sustainability, and your enjoyment from that balance piece. And again, that's what we do with our clients in a product called the Balance Project, making sure that they have it all laid out, ready to go. So it just is so much easier to just move forward. And then if you get sidetracked, it's easy to come back, but having that really personalized plan. And then the personalized prospect path, that is our pillar program where we get you that complete 5F path with the strong connection between the steps and your personalized structure to have your results and your flow happening. And then the third one is our Breakthrough Academy, where we expand that, we scale it, we grow it for freedom for you and to be able to reach way more people, because we want to be able to move this with speed, right? When you have your six-figure client finding system, you don't want one client a year. No, no, no. You want to be bringing in like clients every day, having that flow going. You want speed, right? That's going to come from having repeatable systems that don't take a ton of time or energy or worry or having to recreate it every time or manually go through it, but having it done in a way that it's repeatable, it flows, it's moving, and that it's flexible, right? That it is flexible for you, that you can go on vacation, that you can take time off if you're, got the flu, or you want to spend more time with your kids, or you are just like, I just need a day, that your business doesn't plummet or roller coaster down if you take time off, but that the systems and the expansion that's set up there allows you flexibility. And a lot of that's going to come from some automation pieces. Now, I do want to say in here, when I talk about automation, what I'm not talking about is just saying goodbye to your clients. Because as somebody who coaches or teaches others, right, personal connection, that interaction with people, it's often what fuels us. Does that fuel you when you get to talk to people, when you get to feel the difference you're making in their lives? When you get to actually interact and hear the, oh my gosh, thank you, you just changed my world. That's one of my favorite pieces of coaching, is when I can help somebody see a breakthrough that they've never had before and have them go, oh my gosh, you just changed everything for me, this has been amazing, oh my gosh, I love that. So when we're talking about automation and your expansion and scaling systems, it's not about taking you away from the people if that's the part you love. It's about giving you more freedom to be with the people, that if that's what you really enjoy doing, that's what you have more time for. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, make sure that is, really that you're not worried about that, because if you're a coach and a teacher, you probably love being with the people, but we want to have the flexibility with those automations to allow us to have that freedom to be able to do it without having to spend masses of hours a day in our business trying to get it all done, right? And then what the expansion, the scaling systems also allow is the scalability. Scalability, and that can often come from expert support. Like, how do I scale up my social media? How do I scale up by doing these automations? I'm going to need a tech person to help me out with that. How do I scale up all these processes? Like, how do I figure out the best processes for me to free up my time so that I can scale this? That's where expert support comes in. And that's why in our Breakthrough Academy, we have an entire team of experts that we work on the businesses with our clients together. Like we're part of their team. We're helping them build the legacy that they're wanting. And so it's a really powerful piece of it. So that is your third bubble, the expansion and scaling systems. And those three together, that's what will give you a six-figure client finding system. When you have balance for simplicity and sustainability and enjoyment, when you have your personalized prospect path in place that gives you consistency and predictability and flow in your results, and when you have the expansion and scaling systems in place to let you grow with speed and flexibility and scalability, right? So that you can have freedom in your life. Well, how do you get it all done? Well, that's where the Breakthrough with Balance Academy comes in. And so this is our Rockstar recap. Do I have permission? Can I share with you our programs and let you see a little bit behind the scenes? The Breakthrough with Balance Academy, it builds those three bubbles, and we have three different options in the programs or a combination of it all that will take you through, because this is where the Breakthrough with Balance Academy, what it does is it establishes a six-figure client finding system that's going to, for you, that's going to attract your dream clients, the right ones, matches you and your personal life. And it takes you on this path, getting that balance piece, getting those pillars in place, and then making sure that you have your expansion and scaling systems ready to go. We take you on a full roadmap that you get to do at your place, at your pace, personalized for you. And there's three different programs to be able to do it with so that you can personalize it for you right from the beginning. And so option one is the balance project, where you walk away with a six-figure personalized proactive plan for the next 12 months that creates simplicity, speed, and success in all areas of your life. This is where you get to reach new levels of achievement in both your life and business, get clarity and simplicity in your days, let go of exhaustion and feeling torn between the different parts of your life, because you've got this beautiful all-inclusive layout of how to flow with the flexibility for those adjustments that happen in life. And it allows you to get faster results and more, and get results faster and more easily, because you have a personalized plan that matches you in your life. And I believe in everything that I know. And it's part of what I love as a coach too, is having personal contact. So you get live group calls twice every month, twice a month for the 3 months. And then you get lifetime access to the actual balance project itself. So I will be working with you for 3 months. You get live access, being able to get in there. So that's option one. And that's going to get you on that first step of that breakthrough roadmap. And then option two is the pillar program, where we make sure that you have all the six pieces of that prospect path so you can turn strangers into dream clients on repeat in a way that matches you and your life, for increased consistency in sales, increased predictability in income, increased flow in client numbers, and increased results overall. And this program includes 2 group calls a week. A week. So for 6 months, we can talk twice a week if you want. And you get lifetime access to the Balance Project, because you want to have that first bubble. And now we're working on that second bubble. And so you also get lifetime access to the Pillar Project as well. And so that's going to take you on that second step of the roadmap. And then all the green pieces, that's the third step. That's the third option, where you strengthen, expand, automate, and scale your client finding system to have the six-figure business with balance that you want. This is where it gets into systematically attracting your dream clients on autopilot, earning an income that has endless possibilities, having freedom in your schedule while making huge positive impact, and being a business leader that positively impacts thousands if you want. And this is the one that includes multiple experts that work on your business with you. It's got group calls. It's got personal coaching multiple times per week, because we're working on your business with you. And that's for an entire year. And you get lifetime access to the Balance Project, because we need that balance bubble. We need the Pillar Project, so we want to have that personalized prospect path, right? So you get lifetime access to both those programs. And it's going to give you all 5 of these pieces so that you have a complete breakthrough roadmap. And again, 3 options so that you can pick the right one for you. And We take away the fear and the worry because every option has a confidence clause, meaning that if you get in there and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not what I thought, and I don't want this anymore, you can stop it. You can get out because we believe in you and we're here to support you, not give you something you don't need, but really get you on that path for that six-figure client finding system. So we take away the fear and the worry with a confidence clause that you can come into any of our programs and you have an option to go, oh, actually, I need to step back out. Okay, so you're not locked in anywhere, which is such a nice freedom to be able to come in, see the program, get started, and make your decision from there. So, and how can we be so confident? Well, because that's your breakthrough team. These are all the people working in front of the scenes, behind the scenes, making sure that you are having the most amazing advancement that you've ever had before, being able to get that six-figure client finding system in place. So here again is kind of the recap. These are the three pieces. That balance bubble down in the bottom left there is going to give you the simplicity, the sustainability, and the enjoyment. That's with the balance project. Then the pillar program is going to get you your personalized prospect path for consistency, predictability, and flow of results. And it includes the balance project. And then if you want six-figure expansion, you want to scale and you want systems to get it flowing so you can have speed, flexibility, and scalability for freedom, that's the Breakthrough Academy that also includes the balance project and the pillar program. Okay, and is it worth it? Well, Christine had 107% increase in sales within weeks of coming into the program. Charlotte went from admiring high-level mentors for years to being asked to speak on their stages. And you can see the link down there. That is where all three options are there for you. You can go check that out there. Lauren said her sales increased every time she talked with us, and she's now earning well beyond six figures a year. Jennifer completed 3 novels and built a coaching business from the ground up despite health issues and daily doctor's appointments. Business with balance, right? Kimberly increased her income by over 50% within just 2 weeks of coming into our program and doubled her income after 3 months. Julie went from struggling to over $14,000 a month while balancing 3 young kids and 2 businesses. Business with balance. So what will your story be? Your name can be here because you are a Rockstar coach. You have people that are waiting for you. And this path, when it's in place, and all of these different things that you're seeing here, you're not going to be doing all of these. Oh, God, we'd be exhausted. Forget that. No. This is where you select and you choose, and it's personalized for you. And it's really designed for what is going to fit you, your life, your style, your strengths, what you already have, so that you can get fast results with sustainability, with speed, with that longevity and the enjoyability to be able to do it your way. So these are all options within these paths. And again, 3 options: the Balance Project, the Pillar Program, and the Breakthrough Academy. And what I'll do is, hang on, because I'll put this up because remember, you're one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure business with balance that you want. You are one personalized prospect path away from the six-figure business with balance that you want. So you can see now scrolling across the bottom, that is the page that will take you to the options. If you click on any of them, yes, I'm interested, or yes, I want to, it'll scroll you down to where you can see the 3 options and see what's going to be right for you. Or you can always, there's also an option right at the bottom of where you, when you go to this link, there's an option to book a call. So if you want to jump on a Zoom with me, if you want to talk about options, see what's right for you, get even more behind the scenes and see what's inside of it, you can do that as well. Because the Breakthrough Balance Academy, you are one personalized prospect away from the life and business you want, and you have 3 options. So really, it's just about one simple choice. One simple choice. So let me come back here so that I can see you and you can see me and we can say hi. And I want to congratulate you for just having this awareness of going, okay, I want a 6-figure client finding system. I know there's something. I know I have the skills. I'm a rock star coach, like claiming that. I want to congratulate you on that. for knowing that you have something that can change lives for others, that it's positive, that it's something that's needed out there, and believing in yourself, because it can be nerve-wracking. It can be, we can doubt ourselves. We can go through self-doubt. We can go through worry. We can go through wonder. We can go through exhaustion. We can go through frustration. But when you have all three of those bubbles in place, that is when you can start to get that client finding system happening, and you can feel the ease, see the results, and experience the freedom. And that is when you can have a six-figure client finding system happening. And I want to challenge you to step up and to believe in yourself enough to say, you know what? I'm worth it. I have something good enough. I know that I can make a difference in the lives, and I want to step in and get that support that's going to be able to get me to those results that I want, so that I can change more lives and do it now. So I want to invite you officially. See that thing scrolling across the bottom there? Go in there, check it out, or book a call with me. And let's see if you just want to do that right away. There you go. That makes it really easy. You can just book a call there, pick a spot on the calendar, and we can chat. But the Breakthrough with Balance Academy, three different options. It's really one choice. Which one's right for you? Because it can make a big difference. So I want to thank you for jumping in, being part of this Rockstar recap today, as we went through the three essential components of having a six-figure client finding system. And if this was helpful, or you had any breakthroughs at all, would you put in the word breakthrough? And don't forget, if you would like the link to that pillar assessment path, just put pillar quiz, please, and we will jump that in there for you. So have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.